All right. We're about to get the broadcast going. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. And as usual, I like to start it out in the spirit to make sure that he's all in and out and through the place. So here we go. I say, glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down. I got a new walk, and I got a new talk. Since I laid my burdens down. I said, I got a new walk, and I got a new talk. Since I laid my burdens down. Wow, what's happening, everybody? Let's get it. All right, so we getting on in with today's program now that we got the word up in here, okay? And y'all know what we doing. We having the community conversation. What the community conversation about? It's about exposing this bully. Who's this bully? This bully is child support. And how is child support the bully? Child support is a bully because child support knows that the system that is creating the family structure that is creating using its system will not sustain America. The only thing it's doing is destroying the American family. All right. This is an evil institution that is going against our very religious belief as far as the father being the head of the household. Okay. And with the help of the local, state, and federal government, they come together to provide the resources to middle class and poor mothers to eliminate the father so that they can contract the free labor later on from the mischievous children. And we have to recognize that the reason that the children are out of order and our cities are not safe is because that original structure is being broken, and is being broken in a manner that so that the children can turn out in a certain way. All medical studies that I read in every show are going to say, and they're not going to be recent medical studies. You know, this is something we just found out, breaking news. No, but it is repeated time and time again, okay, over more years than I care to count, that if there is a separation between the mother and the father, the child should be given to the father. That is clear and understood. It's like all the adults know Santa Claus don't exist, but all the little children that's under 5 don't know that. They think he do. This is the equivalent to what's happening here with giving the women the children, all right, when they are all in possession of the knowledge and the fact that that's the wrong thing to do. In fact, you're supposed to give the children to the men. Okay. What man was there making this decision when it happened? I don't know, but you should have been swallowed. Now, I would like to shout out to Mr. Andrew Tate, you know, the late great Mr. Kevin Samuels. Now, Andrew Tate, keep doing what you're doing, brother. All you people in the manosphere that's doing what you're doing such an awesome, wonderful job. I'm so glad I discovered the manosphere. And my Cash App is $Gil Muse. I also want to shout out to Lapeef Network. Oh, Crimson Kier, Just Pearly. You guys are all out there. All of you that are contributing to trying to bring awareness to the natural order of things. But me, I want to be with the ones that call themselves set aside. And so if we are set aside, then we respect the fact that they are learning how to create babies outside of the mother. They are learning how to make the baby exactly how the person want. What you want, 6 feet, brown eyes, never get bald, never get sick. They doing this. You understand? Don't think, oh, this dude on here ranting, he crazy. Listen, I'm not crazy. You understand? Then now they even get so bold every now and then as they do a direct assault, what's called a frontal assault. The frontal assault, how did they deliver it? Through Barack. Remember, he made the White House all them colors. All right? Marriage between a man and a man and a woman and a woman. The argument is so well done under the human kindness aspect that if you are of the nature that we are, they can hit you with sympathy. But you must obey the rules. I didn't make these rules. If you're reading this word here, you know what the rules are. Okay? So, if you are a Christian, you know that he said, be fruitful and multiply. Two of the same cannot be fruitful and multiply. That is directly against what the Creator has ordained for us to do. If you are a Christian, you cannot sit here and try and say, well, I understand, and I'm going to accept. You can't. You can't. You wrestling with your own sin, trying to get forgiveness and make it through grace with what you wrestling with. How you going to accept somebody else's sin? Who are you? You have no power of forgiveness. You understand? And then, this is where the stupidity goes in at. Because the stretch that it takes for you, if you are a believer and you really have faith, for you to reach these heights, to say, I know what the rules are, but I'm going to make a logical argument and break the rules. My daddy would have told my ass up if I would have done some shit. I used to try that kind of shit when I was growing up. My daddy will tell you. Gil used to try that kind of shit. Tear his ass up for that. That's why boys need their daddies. Because you ain't smart when you think you're doing that. You ain't smart. You cannot fool God. You cannot trick Jesus. You are never smarter than the Creator. You understand? Now, you see these people, then they come out with these phrases, these terms. What they be saying? I heard this old stupid saying just yesterday. Men are afraid of a strong woman. I ain't scared of no strong woman. I just don't want none. I'll go get a feminine woman. Now they got men out there that prefer to have a strong woman, for whatever reason. All right. I'm the type of guy, if I'm working on my car, I really appreciate the fact that my lady will come out there and sit down in the chair and talk to me, or just be in my presence while I'm working on my car. I don't need her to get up underneath the motherfucking car with me. I don't need no strong woman. What you gonna do? You gonna pay my bills? Somebody step up to rob us. You gonna step in front of me and be like, you ain't robbing my husband. You gonna defend me? You know how stupid that sound? These people are dumb. And, once they get success, some people who are in position to make decisions and say things that go viral or and go out to a large amount of people, they have no experience at the things that they're affecting the people with. Strong woman. Strong woman. Listen, women are strong in the fact that, not women, ladies are strong in the fact that they can have a family, juggle all the tasks that need to be done as far as the children, keeping the house clean, keeping people up on what they need to do, and the multitude of things that they need to do to run this corporation. They are a CEO in their own damn right, with just the tasks that are assigned to them in their natural right. And if you busy taking care of your kingdom and doing what you're supposed to do, then you making sure that outside is not a threat and you're being productive, bringing in what she needs so that she can go ahead on and continue to groom and follow your instruction for the family. So another thing I want to talk about is love. You see, because a lot of people think love is a feeling. Love is not a feeling. Love is an action. Love is why you get up at 3 in.the morning so that you can be at that plant for 5 in.the morning and work until, 6:30, 7 o'clock that evening, and make it home about 8 o'clock that night, 8:30 that night, dog tired, and still entertain and stimulate your family, putting all your day's work, all your effort, all your energy, your whole life's blood went into working to provide for them. And for a man, it makes him feel good. It makes him feel good. All he needs is the lady to maintain his instruction while he's away building up for the nest. Okay? Now, if a lady is doing that, working from 5 in.the morning till 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, 6, 7 in the evening, getting home at 8 at night, she's very resentful toward that man. He been at home all day with the children, the house is clean, they running around playing or whatever. She very resentful to him because you know why? Things are out of their natural order. It's not going to be long before that relationship is over. So if the importance is in me being able to provide and you seeing me provide, why do I want a strong woman? Because you just going to try to make it that much harder for me. I'm going to go get me a feminine woman. And anybody else who got good sense would, because love is sacrifice. And you want your sacrifice to be respected. Once again, child support knows all these things. They don't want the family to ever, or young men to ever have this understanding, to ever come to this reality. Now, it's time to really get off into the meat for today's show. That was my little commentary, okay? And it's time to fight. It's Christians, it's time to fight. And it's time to fight for our Creator's creation, okay? Our marriage, okay? We have to fight for it. We have to stand up. You got some Christians out here who want to try and make you believe that we're supposed to not do anything of action. We're only supposed to sit here and pray and pray and pray and pray that God and Jesus come and solve the problem, because we don't have no responsibility to get up and go to action and actually do something and put ourselves in harm's way to defend the institution of marriage. And I'm telling you that those are people of no work. I mean, those are the people on the football team who don't run the extra lap. Those are the people on the football team who always talking about, but when I'm in the game, I'm going to do something different, though. You see what I'm saying? Then when it come down time to get in the game, what they do? They do what they practice, which is a lot of talk. That's what they're going to do. That's how come they at the church house every Sunday. They at the church house every Wednesday, every Thursday, whatever it requires for them to have the schedule there. But you ain't going to never see them get on the front line out here in this real fight. All right? You're not going to ever see them get involved in trying to change no legislation or trying to do something to stop the young people from being influenced by the enemy. They'll hide in the building and let the enemy win as many souls as he want to win. And then they'll try to make you think that the Creator only have meek and humble children. He have fighters too. The Creator have fighters too. He have warriors. We will run in your shit. You understand me? So now let's get with it. Look, marriage is between a man and a woman. It is the holy union that they join in, all right? And where the offspring is blessed. It's a blessing to have a child. You understand? All right? So if child support is saying the dad owe the mom, and the dad can only see the child for this time and that time or whatever, this is where the direct assault goes in. This is what our show is about today. This is where the direct assault goes in on the family right at this point. The young, when the children are preschool, when the children are down there, they know that it is so crucial that these children have a serious bond with their father. But we have so many situations of teenage pregnancy where they know this child is supposed to be given to the father, and they give this child to the mother so that they can start the trap of all of their programs. And we are saying, no more. That child goes with the daddy. DNA says that that is the biological father. This is your baby. This is what we have to fight for. Not only that, we have to stand up and say we want marriage removed from the court system, from the criminal justice system. We want a separation of church and state. And in that separation, traditional marriage comes back to the holy house, where it was ordained. Okay? And any divorces that are done will be worked out amicably through the church. You understand? The church has lawyers. The church has all. Let me tell you something. My father has children in every profession you can think of. So when them people try to make you think that the Creator don't have killers, laugh at them. Laugh at them. His killers are not just going to go out here and just indiscriminately start killing people. But if it popped off, you better believe there are warriors for Christ out here who will stand up and strike a chord. Yes, indeed. And don't listen to these clowns talking about something. He don't never want you to fight. He don't never want you to hurt nobody. You don't know. So he just wants you to sit there and let them just knock your head off, huh? Them some clown folks. Them some clown folks. Get away from that old Jim Crow message that them people got going on. But anyway, so let's get on into today's, program. All right. And today we're going to be talking about another study. Okay. It's called The Daddy Factor. And it's the crucial impact of fathers on young children's development. And this is early development. This was done February 26, 2016. And this article presents the latest research on the important role fathers play in nurturing and shaping their children's growth. Excuse me, sorry for that. Dads matter a lot. The relationship between the father and the child has a deep impact on children's healthy development in all domains: language, thinking, physical and social, emotional. Check out the fatherhood facts below that show the many ways dads positively impact children's long-term development. And we will cover those facts because every show I do, I'm going to be hitting you with different research, with different facts, with different studies that have all drawn the same conclusion. And these are widely known. I don't have no secret club to secret knowledge. that only certain people are privy to, and it's a secret, and then once those secret people get it, they can break the news. No, the Attorney General already know this stuff, I'm telling you. They already know how crucial it is for your baby and the father to be with each other, and how crucial it is for, and I'm sorry for saying your baby. You see, that's something that's just a slip because of the way people talk. Okay, but you know, the Attorney General knows that that child is supposed to be with the father. The Attorney General knows that the damage starts when the father and the infant are not connected, and the infant doesn't have a response from the father when it cries, when it needs something or whatever. It's only just the one stimuli from the mother. The confidence that it builds in having the father to respond to them, to deal with them and nurture them. We covered that in another broadcast. The governor knows, the Attorney General knows, the local government knows, everybody know this is intentional. They doing this because they want to create New Orleans like it is. They want Detroit to be like it is, Chicago to be like it is, Indiana to be like it is. It is intentional, and it's up to us to wake up and say, you know what? Our government has decided that they want to subjugate us quietly by doing sneaky little things like, you know, just destroying marriage, blurring the lines, even along the lines of man and woman, and hiding under the guise of freedom. That's a slippery slope. But now let's get back to it. The impact starts early, during the prenatal period. Research shows that when a father is involved during pregnancy, he is more likely to be involved in parenting later on, such as reading with his child, performing caregiving tasks, and offering emotional support. Babies who have fathers who are affectionate, respond quickly to their cries and other cues, and engage in loving play are more securely attached to their fathers. Research shows that secure attachments have positive benefits that last into adulthood. The Attorney General knows this. The Child Support Enforcement Program, they already know this stuff, okay? And so then they develop a strategy to come up with the opposite so that they can create more dependent people and keep this system perpetually going. So the problem never gets solved because they are the one who's engineering the problem. And it's time for us to realize that and say, down with these jokers, these dirty rats. You understand me? Now let's pick up where we left off. Children who are securely attached do better academically. They are also more sociable and well-liked throughout early childhood as compared to children who do not have secure attachments. It is a crying shame the way no studies say a child is damaged in its years of infancy to adulthood if it doesn't have its mother. What? Fathers who are actively involved in their babies' lives, helping care for them, playing with them, and teaching them, tend to experience less conflict with their wives. This not only benefits children, it strengthens the marital relationship, and it also has long-term benefits for the children. Child support knows this. The Attorney General knows this. Listen, this is all intentional. I'm going to keep on reading these studies because the information is so broad and the violation is so broad, it's so vast. And it's like we have to really sit down and understand that something as simple as the incorrect diagnosis of who to give the child to has made our societies collapse, has made our inner cities on the verge of just being all out ganglands. We can reverse this problem by simply allowing fathers to do their jobs. Give men their children. Men are supposed to have the children first. This is just ridiculous. I'm not gonna ever run out of saying it. I promise you. If it need be, I'll do my last broadcast, and then they'll say after this broadcast, Papa G died, and it'll be maybe hopefully 30, 40 years worth of broadcast. But I'll never stop until this common sense issue is resolved, because this is such low-hanging fruit. All right? They say fathers who care for, nurture, and play with their babies raise children with higher IQs and with better language and cognitive skills. Involved fathers enhance their children's communication skills because they tend to ask children more questions than mothers, which build vocabulary and conversational skills. As the late, great Kevin Samuels said, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. The Attorney General knows this. The Child Support Enforcement Program knows this. They've been knowing this before 1975. I submit that to you. Before the Child Enforcement Program even began, okay, as it exists in the form we understand it, I believe it began in 1975 as it exists in the form that we understand it today. They were in possession of the facts then that this was not the thing to do. But racism, hatred, and all this other kind of stuff that motivates in it. Because like I've said in other broadcasts, it's poor white folks as well that are caught up in this. And middle-class white folks too, who cannot or are not aware to fight. And that's why we have to get a national effort going, where we get a petition going, we get a conversation going nationally, talking about fathers' rights, talking about the fact that this is the tree of life right here. You're looking at it, the male. You understand me? And the tree, when it bear fruit, is for the tree. You understand? Let's stop the silly season. Please, let's stop the silly season. We don't have to keep on burying all these children. We don't. Okay? Now, it says, new research shows that fathers may have an even greater impact on children's language development than mothers. When fathers use more words with their children during play, children have more advanced language skills a year later. This is especially important because language skills are correlated with academic success. The more time fathers spend in enriching, stimulating play with their child, such as playing pretend or sharing stories, the better the child's math and reading scores are at 10 and 11 years old. You understand? This is like, I don't know. If you can't say it's intentional, if you are in possession of the truth, but you do the wrong thing because you want the outcome that the wrong thing is going to give, what do you call that? Why would you intentionally do the wrong thing? And with human beings, listen, we are set aside. We are his creation. There are people who we all have the power of choice. There are people who want to do other things. You cannot, if you are a Christian, you know you can't just go around and murder someone, right? Then if you can respect that, then you also can respect the fact that you can't be two men married. You can't be two women married. You can't be a horse and a man married, a horse and a woman married. So have we moved to polygamy now? And that's the thought that I'm going to leave you with. You know, hey, thanks for tuning in to Papa G's show today. And I really hope that Christians understand that it's time to fight. And this is not going to be just a fight of name calling and stuff like that. It's going to get bloody. It's going to get mean and nasty. Because we're going to have to wrestle our system away from the court. Hallelujah. So if you one of those Christians that's running around here talking about the Lord don't want you to break a fingernail, and you know this because whatever reason, you know, stay out our way. Hallelujah. It's been Papa G. I love you. I love everybody. Peace.